Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope you all had a great weekend. Let's review Nasdaq, S&P 500, Bitcoin, and other major stocks. And you can see here, futures this morning are very close to the buy zone. So you don't want to be shorting here just for the day trading perspective. If you're a day trader, this is where you want to be buying. So look to buy below about 23,730. This is Nasdaq. So from where we are, we could go slightly lower, 0.16%, and this is a nice buy zone. The lower we go, the higher you can buy. You can buy small, start with small lots and keep buying heavier and heavier. And that's where we are right now. And you can see probably same story on S&P 500. You can see here, look to buy below 64.53. And again, time to short was near here, near the resistance here, near the red lines. You can see pretty much very perfect short last Friday to the buy zone here. Same thing what happened on Nasdaq. You can see nicely going down. Bitcoin also you can see down heavily. Actually, you can see perfect short from here around Sunday. Actually, went higher for some reason to 118K and then went lower to now. This is not the area you want to be shorting. This is right in the buy zone here. So I could expect a rally from here on Bitcoin. I'll show you the levels in a bit. So that's where we are, guys. Let me show you long-term charts and then we'll analyze market. Guys, please hit the like button as I'm going through this. Only takes 1 second to hit the thumbs up button. This is S&P 500. You can see here we're near the sell zone. Here is extremely overbought. You don't want to be buying here, okay? Wait for a pullback. Wait for a pullback to at least this orange line, and then we can see the next step. If you go to daily chart, you can see here S&P 500 got a 8 count sell signal on last Friday. So we could be coming to fill this gap around 63.83. So just be mindful of that. On SPY, we are all down very low now. We are recovering 0.09%. But you can see getting us last time we got these sell signals, we had a couple of days of decline. Here we had just flat. Here we had a couple of days of decline. Here we had a decline. So yeah, so we are expecting a possibility of this gap to fill around 636. Also, I want to show you on VIX, we had a 7 counts buy signal on last Friday and we already bouncing. So we'll keep an eye on VIX as well. Are we going to get 7, 8, 9? Or last time we got 7 counts, had a nice bounce. So we could be getting a high volatility coming up very soon. Bitcoin here holding support right on this support. You can see here on this red and yellow line on 50 EMA and SMA on daily. It could go a little lower. So this here around 111 is also some support. So but it really needs to hold this previous low around 111. So that's what this previous support is as well. So if you want to draw a support box, you really want Bitcoin to find some support here. All right. If it doesn't bounce on these EMA lines, it could come a little lower and it really needs to hold this previous low. If that doesn't happen, then the trend will change and it's going to be lower high, lower low. But if it can hold as long as it's above this previous low, 11112, I would say, then I think we're still good for an uptrend and bounce to the all-time high. And BTC futures, same thing here, nothing changed. Ethereum, um, again, nice support here around 37, 3800. So just keep that in mind. It's parabolic move. Still gap. So there's a gap around 4082, then gap around 3419. So it could come there as well. Got a 7 count sell signal on CME futures on Ethereum. So be mindful of that. So look to buy on these gap fills. Okay, in terms of other stock, Tesla had a nice uh, got a 7 count sell signal a couple of days ago, but found support on this 10 moving average and then blue line, which is 200 EMA. You can see it was acting as a resistance since March. You can see resistance here, then broke out, then acted as a support after that. And since that, just chopping around here. Okay, so we'll see. I don't now Tesla's in the middle of gaps at 259, gaps at 388 and 402. So it really needs to see which way it wants to go. If you also you can see another way that it probably broke out of this trend line and back testing it. You can see that's another possibility. You can see resistance here broke out, back test, and it really needs to hold here and then bounce as soon as market open. Apple also had a gap which is filled now, and now still holding nicely. Worst case, it could come all the way down to fill this gap around 214. So we'll keep an eye on that. Netflix has a nice day, but again, getting an 8 count sell signal. A lot of these big stocks are getting 8, 9 count sell signal. Meta looking all right. Amazon off the gap fill, just holding here. Google got an 8 count sell signal. Microsoft had a 9 count sell signal a week ago with multiple gaps to fill. We'll see how they go. CrowdStrike had a 9 count buy signal a couple of days ago. ServiceNow is also after 9 counts buy signal, just holding. Looks like it's making a bottom. Very, very oversold short term. nvda, no sell signal yet. And avgo also had a 8 count sell signal yesterday. So, I mean, last Friday. Toronto Stock Exchange, same thing. It looks like it wants to go lower. Bond Hang Seng Index China got a 9 counts on last Friday. Let's see how this thing goes. Last time we got a decline, declined. So it's pretty consistent, this signal. Could expect a couple of days of decline. Bond market is reversing, actually getting a 8 counts buy signal. So bond might be bottoming here, getting ready for a rally. So keep that in mind. In terms of commodity, crude oil again in a nice area. This is a buy zone, and just holding it here. So let's see if there is a peace talk between Russia and Ukraine, then it might dump oil to this lower levels here. So oil could go here then. Okay, to this previous low where it made double bottom in 50s. So we'll see which way it goes. Natural gas, I think it's coming to here around 2.78. If there is peace talk, then I think natural gas might go lower. Gold is just consolidating like since here around April, just consolidating here after a massive move, just needs time to consolidate. So holding strong here. Silver is also same thing. Copper, bear flag, no strength. We'll see which way it wants to go. Sugar also trying going in a buy zone. Wheat had a bounce, nice bounce for some reason. Corn also in a nice area of buy. Dollar here got a 9 counts buy signal. Let's see if it can find some strength to pick up to go in this resistance area. If dollars bounces, that's going to be bad for gold and crypto. Other than that, tech stocks, AMD is already so high, just cooling down. All these are just cooling down. AMAT had a big down day. Let's see if it wants to fill this gap at some point. Micron, nothing interesting. Shopify, after a massive gap up, maybe slowly trying to fill this gap. Palantir got a 8 count sell signal a couple of days ago, so it might want to fill this gap, earnings gap. Celestica also trying to fill this earnings gap. Let's see. Ford is interesting. We're getting a 9 count sell signal. MicroStrategy not looking good. Coming for this gap fill around 351. That's where 200 moving averages are there. If that doesn't hold, then it's going to 319. UNS just keeps going higher, but got a 7 count sell signal. So we'll keep an eye on this. Still looks like it wants to go way higher after this breakdown, but looks like bottom is in. Lily wants to fill this gap, earnings gap. So we'll keep an eye on this. CNQ oil miners, again trying to make a bottom. Not easy to make a bottom. Lot of choppiness here. Let's see if it can finally develop a bottom. Suncor also just holding it here. And then I guess that's about it, guys, for today. If there's any particular stocks you want me to review, put a comment in the description. I will take a look. And if you want to know more about these levels, buy and sell levels for Bitcoin, I'm sharing free in Discord. There's a link in the description of this video. Join my Discord channel. But if you want to know about levels about the stocks I'm buying, for example, Tesla, I bought last Friday. The reason I bought is because it was in a buy zone here. So stocks like these, if you want to know levels, I share with my subscriber. Click the join button in the bottom left description of this video, black join button, and then let me know your user ID, and I'll move you to members section where I share levels of indices like Nasdaq, S&P 500, and stocks I'm buying, and stocks you want me to know. Um, and then I will share levels for those. Okay, guys, have a good one. Bye.